North Korea has suffered tragedy after 200 nuclear workers died in an accident at despot Kim Jong-un's main test site in 2017. Meteorologist warning that North Korea's nuclear test site could collapse. Before you watch this video, I'm going to ask you to support my channel with a thumbs up. It won't cost you anything, but it means a lot to me and my channel. Thank you. A devastating collapse occurred at North Korea's Punggye-ri site, killing about 200 people. About 100 people died when an unfinished tunnel at Kim Jong-un's main nuclear test site collapsed. Another 100 people later died while trying to rescue the first group of buried workers. Foreign experts warned of the likelihood of collapse, stressing the danger that a cloud of radioactive fallout would escape the site and spread to the entire hemisphere. The disaster was aired by the Japanese TV channel Asahi today, although they could not specify when the accident and subsequent rescue attempts took place. They said they were told by North Korean sources that the collapse occurred while workers were working on a new tunnel. The second collapse occurred when workers were trying to rescue their colleagues. On September 3, 2017, Punggye-ri was the site of North Korea's sixth-ever nuclear test. They tested a huge 100-kiloton explosive that was about 7 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima during World War II. The test is believed to have severely destabilized the institution on the mountainside. Rumors are growing that the tragedy could put an end to Kim Jong-un's nuclear ambitions, which he hoped would allow the reclusive country to rival America's capabilities. This month, however, foreign experts and human rights activists warned of the dangers of destroying the despot Kim Jong-un's facilities. North Korea detonated its first-ever hydrogen bomb in September, causing severe damage to the facility's foundations. Subsequent small earthquakes since then have shown the area to be increasingly unstable. The Punggye-ri test site is built into Mount Mantap, extending deep inside the mountain. Although the exact location of the nuclear tests themselves remains a mystery, seismologists believe they can pinpoint it to a 100-meter area. While the test site could be safely operated in such a location, it is believed that unsophisticated engineers have increased the risk of disaster through crude drilling techniques. China issued a dire warning to Kim regarding the condition of the nuclear test site. They said a cloud of radioactive fallout could spread to the entire hemisphere if the facility collapsed. The Institute of Geology and Geophysics of the Chinese Academy of Sciences warned, China cannot sit and wait for the object to explode. Our instruments can detect the nuclear fallout when it arrives, but by then it will be too late. There will be public panic and anger at the government for inaction. Radioactive fallout could spread throughout the hemisphere. Amazingly, before news of the collapse broke today, they warned that such a collapse could lead to the spread of radioactive material everywhere. They said, radioactive fallout could spread throughout the hemisphere. Paul Richards, a seismologist at Columbia University's Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory, said, "What we're seeing from North Korea looks like some tension in the ground. There have been tensions in the ground in this part of the world, but the explosions have shaken them up." An area of the Punggye-ri nuclear test site, visible from satellite. South Korea also warned that another nuclear test at the test site could lead to a complete collapse of the mining facility, leading to a deadly leak of radioactive material. Even if there is no leak of radioactive material, the disaster would be a huge blow to Kim. The new tunnel was probably needed to upgrade the facility, and its collapse would seriously slow North Korea's nuclear progress. The monitoring group 38 North said this month, if North Korea tries to continue testing under this mountain, such as in the area to the east, then we expect to see new tunnels in the future near North Portal, still under Mount Mantap. A humiliating catastrophe could provoke Kim to conduct a massive missile test in an attempt to save face. Nuclear expert Joshua Pollack said Kim may fulfill his promise earlier this summer to launch the most powerful hydrogen bomb explosion in the Pacific. He said, the North Korean leadership certainly feels cornered. Experts worry that North Korea could face a Chernobyl-like catastrophe. Experts worry that a radioactive leak from the facility could be as serious or even worse than the 1986 Chernobyl disaster. The nuclear accident at a nuclear power plant in the Ukrainian city of Pripyat, then in the Soviet Union, killed 31 people, the official version, and led to mass evacuations and the abandonment of a huge area. Even today, the 19-mile exclusion zone remains in place, and officials estimate that the area will not be safe for human habitation for thousands of years. The nuclear accident has even affected the ecosystem and the food chain. Domestic wild boar meat is of concern because of the radioactive mushrooms the animals eat. I thank you for watching. Your support is very important to me. Your comments and thumbs up motivate me to release new videos on interesting topics. Subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the new videos.